Oh yeah, it's Friday! Woo!
Woo! Weekend! Oh, hell yeah, bros. It's that time of the week for
Uber cars.
we get our
Uber cars.
in full effect. Well, guys, if you don't remember this, there was a kind of a viral...
Oh, viral.
What was it, like a week ago, where Jordy Peterstone, this guy, he's a trained YouTuber. He got his ass on Twitter, and there was some lady, he's like, not beautiful. He's pushing that moment back up to the top of the trending crap or whatever. And he went on a podcast. How did this young lady bag a guest like this?
Got a crazy amount of attention.
Right.
Which did it?
Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Wait, hold on. Okay, that's kind of charming, actually.
Edition, I believe you're referring to.
Yes.
I tweeted out, sorry, not beautiful. Yeah, people weren't very happy with that.
And then everyone got upset.
Yes, they did. And then I left Twitter again, more or less, right after that. And everyone assumed that was why. And because obviously it's a sports magazine, so it's about athletics. It's about athletic people. It's about athletic bodies. And they had a swimsuit issue in it.
This is a little goofy because, models are not athletes. Models are not really athletes. So that's one. But the other thing is, not all athletes are in like model type shape, My favorite athlete, La Tortuga.
Big Kurt Suzuki.
If you don't know who that is, he's some baseball player who pitches all f***ed up and he's all sweaty. He's a little round man and he's running around. People love that guy. So you show him some respect.
Hi.
You show that baseball player some respect, Michaela P. and Jordan Peterson. So, this is not hard with Jordan Peterson to be like, hey, what you're saying kind of doesn't make sense. It's like the easiest thing in the world. But they actually do get to something kind of very interesting and actually kind of important in this thing. And I ain't even lying.
So the cover bothered me a lot because it was a cheap manipulation of something that had been working very well for Sports Illustrated. It was also an insistence that all of a sudden this non-athletic body type is as beautiful as the standard swimsuit model for Sports Illustrated. And it's not. It's not as athletic.
Jesus.
And it's not as healthy. And that's that.
Jesus,
and it's
Jordy,
also not
calm
arbitrary.
down.
And so don't pull any moral stunts on me because you're irritated about my opinion about the Sports Illustrated cover when it's bloody clear to anybody with eyes that was manipulative in 20 different ways.
Jordy, calm down.
And I'm also not willing to sacrifice these ideals for inclusiveness. It's like, no, not everyone's a genius.
Whoa.
No, not everyone's Picasso.
Oh.
No, not everyone's young and healthy.
Whoa.
And no, not everyone is a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, period. And fuck you if you don't like it.
Oh.
So that's basically...
Jesus, Jordy. Yeah, my boy Jordy's on a real normal one with this. He's like, Michaela, my daughter, believe me when I say this, I couldn't even get a half job to this. I couldn't even get a half job to that cover. Usually I go full chub. No, now he's crying. Here come he turned the sprinklers on. Here we go. Take your time.
It's not like it's seen on the outside having casual sexual relationships as this fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun.
No.
And nobody thinks it's fun, especially women. So if you're around other girls and they're like, oh yeah, I hooked up with this guy. None of you guys are actually enjoying that.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's a lie that women tell each other, right? It's called hookup culture.
Yeah.
There's Tinder, like it happens. But I like for anybody out there who's thinking maybe I don't want to do that, it's not fun. It doesn't make you feel good. It really makes you really lonely, right? It's not a good idea.
Why do you think it makes you lonely?
I think because what you're looking for is a connection with somebody.
Oof.
And
so what
you're
does that
getting
mean?
this physical connection and you're not getting any emotional connection.
Huh.
I don't believe that there is moral casual sex.
Whoa, Jordy.
Because I don't think sex is casual. I don't think anything about it is casual.
Whoa.
I don't think, That's what I think.
Fair.
You know, some people were giving Jordy and Michaela here a hard time because it's like, oh, you're talking to your daughter about this lady in a bikini, blah, 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 blah. But I actually thought this kind of stuff was actually kind of touching and nice that a father and a daughter talk to each other like this. It's actually quite, I appreciate this and being totally honest here. But there's kind of an interesting problem here, a very interesting problem, I think. They're basically saying hookup culture, just meeting people, doing this with people, that's wrong. It's bad. It's wrong. It's bad. It's disgusting. Because what you should be looking for is a relationship where you care about somebody, where it's more about their character and their personality and matching with them and connecting with them. And Jordy goes so far, this guy.
Hi.
Jordy goes so far as to say, there is no, what does he say?
I don't believe that there is moral casual sex.
Jordy goes as far as to say, I don't believe there's moral casual sex because it robs it of that connection. But this presents a real serious problemo for Jordy. I mean, if it's that serious, if relationships being ruined and robbed of that intimate personal connection, and the hope that connection would lead to what conservatives believe, get people getting married more and having real meaningful relationships. If he believes in that so much, then he's got some problemos with his earlier statements. I found a bunch of studies like this, but here's just a couple. Body image and marital satisfaction. Evidence for the mediating role of sexual frequency and sexual satisfaction. Here's just a little bit from the findings of this study. Wives' perceptions of their sexual attractiveness were positively associated with both wives' and husbands' marital satisfaction. Here's another interesting study. Ideal body image and women's psychology, a systematic review. The promotion of an ideal body image of women on media has increased the demand among females to achieve the perfect figure. Blah, 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 blah. Findings suggest that mass media and social networking sites are major proponents of ideal body image. The existing literature affirms that women encountering such images feel uncomfortable about their bodies and suffered from depression. So I present to the court a simple but unique, which is that Jordy, he's like forming real relationships and not just doing this, is so important that it's actually immoral to do that stuff outside of a relationship. We look at the studies. It says this ideal body image, this ideal version of beauty being presented all the time is, it makes relationships harder, actually. Given all that, wouldn't you think that Jordy would really support this kind of thing? Be like, yeah, no, we need to get more different types of bodies out there, embracing them, so that these kind of problems don't happen in relationships as much, and they can have the type of relationships that I'm talking about here. And this is what I truly like about Jordy Peterson. This is what makes me really like Jordy Peterson. Jordy Peterson has done his homework. He's gone to a bunch of psychology classes. He must get this. But what I think is that he's just far more committed to being an internet troll. He's far more committed to YouTubes than telling the truth, doing the right thing.
I don't remember where it was. It might have been a country that said they were going to make editing your photos illegal.
Pablo.
Right. I can't remember where that's happening, but I've seen the impact of social media on my cousins. I have a couple of teenage girl cousins.
Oh, okay.
And it's rough.
Yeah.
Because every single person that they follow edits their photos in ways that humans can't really look.
So yeah, this was just like a month and a half ago. And props to Michaela for doing this. She talked to a world-renowned facial plastic surgeon. And so I didn't even need to bring up those studies because they go way further in this interview than what those studies said.
But again, getting bombarded with that imagery over and over again really wears away your brain and makes you feel inadequate.
Yeah. Well, not me. I'm a cutie.
It's a bit of a pickle. It's definitely a bit of a pickle.
Yeah,
yes.
But it's a pickle, but I think it's a pickle that can be solved, because once these companies are held accountable for their behavior, they will change their behavior.
You got to admit, this is kind of funny. You got Jordy Peterson going viral, trending on Twitter and all this stuff. You're stirring some shit up about how a woman's not beautiful on mass media. And just like weeks before this, his daughter interviewed a guy who's like, yeah, all this over-the-top beauty standard stuff, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible to the point where I think it should be like legally regulated. Also, I'm a facial plastic surgeon. It's so funny with Jordan Peterson because if you scratch the surface a little bit, it gets funnier and funnier. When I was like looking around for videos about this stuff, the thumbnails for Jordy Peterson videos should win some kind of award. I don't know if an AI's ass is creating these things or what's going on, but these are the greatest. This must be some high-click thumbnail strategy of like, Elon Musk, final warning. What? No one would listen to me. And they did those with Jordan Peterson. Here's one. Everyone's going to be wiped out. Most people have no clue what's coming. Then it looks like somebody photoshopped his face over like the Ed Norton from Fight Club face. Okay. But this is the best one where he's turning on the sprinklers. Most people will be shocked by what's happening. This one goes along with the theme. Jordan Peterson's warning, I need to make this public. Okay, one more, last one. They threatened me not to tell you this. I'm scared.
Beauty. He comes up with the big hit.
I'm feel a little bit sorry for old Jordy Peterstone. It would be weird to scroll through YouTube and there's just pictures of you like, I warned you. You're like, they photoshopped your eyes all red. The other thing I noticed about these Jordan Peterson clip channels is they all have names like Success Chasers. That's a real one. Motivation Mentors. It's like there's a generator for these like hustle grind set channels. Success Mastery Motivation Mindset. Peak Alpha Mindset Blueprint. The channel. I just clipped Jordan Peterson.
Well, so this book, the first chapter is do not casually denigrate social institutions or creative achievement. And I picked that quite carefully because, again, the liberal types are more likely to criticize social institutions.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm a young man. I'm say 18, 20, 24 or something. And I found Jordy online. I smell like Doritos. I really need to get my shit together and I need some rules. You know what? Man, this is really going to change things because I did say that the Department of Agriculture gets sucked my yesterday. And I got to change that, man.
That could work. I'm just actually telling you this because I'm going to be putting out a hangover pill, which is going to discredit me further.
Oh, word? Hell yeah.
I'm prepared for. So I'm really just like, alcohol's not bad. And then later I'm going to come out and be like, here's my hangover pill.
Jordy Peterson, he weirds everybody out all the time. I'm warning you. All that crap. But I'm kind of pro Michaela. Michaela seems like she knows how to party. She knows how, she's like.
Yeah, well, anyway, I was in pretty rough shape in university and I was drinking a lot. And I was lying in bed one day and I was like, this is the level of hangover no human should experience. And
Jesus, Michaela.
2012, someone must have come up with a hangover pill. So I started doing some research and I found dihydromycin and I found studies they'd done on rats. And so they take these poor rats and they pump them full of alcohol and then they do maze tests. So they'll do maze tests with sober rats and they'll do this one test where they flip the rat on its back and wait to see how long it takes to right itself.
Jesus.
So,
you see, I almost feel like the hangover is God's punishment for people doing stupid things. I almost feel like we shouldn't make a hangover pill to make people have to pay for their mistakes.
Word.
See, I like partly agree with you. But then you try the hangover pill and you're like, well, God probably also made this pill for the.
Jesus, Michaela. See, Michaela's kind of tight as hell. I just picture her at some bar. She's like, give me another Jaeger bomb. And the bartender's like, miss, you just barfed in your purse and all your lipstick is on your forehead. I don't think you should have another one. And she's like, I got a pill for that. actually. He's like, okay. Jordan Peterson's daughter is here. She won't leave. Well, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You remember, it's the weekend, so if this, then remember to take
Uber cars.
You know, you could say to the Uber driver,
"You're a moron."
Oh, you know what, guys? Before I forget, I've been asked, I'm working with a company to print shirts. It's called Fine Southern Gentlemen in Texas. Fine Southern Gentlemen, it's a local company. They're printing the shirts, and they asked me to do one more push for the shirts. So if you haven't got a shirt yet, it looks like this. It says Muscular Class, Official Member, Calling Bluff, Keeping Smug. If you haven't got a shirt yet, I'll put the link below. This is my final sort of annoying.
And if you already ordered a shirt, they're on their way to you now. It might take a couple weeks, but they're on the way. So please, thank you.
Pushing my merch in everybody's face, down everybody's throat, you know. Love you guys. Have a good weekend and bye-bye. Hey guys, you're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away. And we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys. Love you guys so much.